For years, Ellen DeGeneres was one of the most well-known figures on television thanks to her namesake show. However, in 2020, things took a turn in the comedian's career after various workplace allegations came to light. Suddenly, past situations in Ellen's career also became the center of media attention, as her reputation was tarnished in the wake of the scandals. 2 years later, the Ellen DeGeneres show came to an end in May 2022 amid substantial backlash. Despite the messy ending, people still have mixed feelings about Ellen and whether or not she's officially cancelled. Below, we look at some of the biggest controversies she's been involved in so you can decide if her career should be over or not. Ellen is apparently fake and two-faced. According to various accusations, it appears that Ellen is two-faced. He is known for her friendly, wholesome vibe on her talk show, but apparently she treated employees and guests horribly when trolling. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Australia contestants Catherine Lang and Richard Reid both accused the host of acting different in real life. Catherine explained, "She's great to watch on her show and everything. But I think her personality is completely different when you get her behind the scenes." They both agreed Ellen is bossy and difficult to have a conversation with. She treats employees like peasants and has bizarre rules. While the Ellen DeGeneres show was often fun to watch, working on the set sounded like a different story. The host reportedly treated her staffers horribly and made bizarre rules for them to follow. When the cameras aren't trolling, Ellen treats staffers as if they are her peasants, one source claimed to ReidOut online. Posting to Twitter, television writer Benjamin Seaman claimed, "Ellen has a sensitive nose. So everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell you have to go home and shower." Ellen's other strict rules for staff include not talking to her when they're backstage. Her staff was exposed to racism and sexual harassment. Ellen wasn't only cold and distant to her staff. She's been accused of allowing a toxic environment to develop under her leadership. In July 2020, one current and 10 former employees on her show said they faced racism and intimidation tactics while working for her. Shortly after, a second reported released that included statements from 36 ex-employees who said they were subjected to sexual misconduct, assault, and harassment committed by top producers on Ellen's show. This prompted Warner Brothers to launch an investigation into the show. 3 executives were let go before the show was axed. She body-shamed an 11-year-old boy. Body shaming is never okay, especially when the person being criticized is only a child. However, Ellen apparently had no problem making fun of a young boy's body in her pre-fame past. Speaking to Daily Mail, Ben Gravelit claimed that a 20-year-old Ellen would routinely poke fun at his looks when she was working at his mother's recruitment agency. "I would dread going to my mum's office to see her after school or on a day if I was sick. And Ellen was there," he explained. "She would criticize my weight. I would try to do homework in the office. She'd call me stupid, she'd call me fat. She would criticize my clothes." Ellen exposed Mariah Carey's pregnancy on TV during a 2008 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Mariah Carey's pregnancy was exposed by the host before she was ready to announce it publicly. The singer was early in her pregnancy, and unfortunately went on to miscarry. In 2020, Mariah opened up about the experience and how uncomfortable she felt that Ellen shared her pregnancy news on television without consent. "I was extremely uncomfortable with that moment is all I can say," she said. "And I really have had a hard time grappling with the aftermath." She tried shaming Dakota Johnson after ditching her birthday. There are other examples of Ellen making her talk show guests uncomfortable or embarrassed, including an incident with 50 Shades of Grey actress Dakota Johnson. During a 2019 appearance, Ellen put Dakota on the spot when she asked why she didn't get an invitation to the actress' 30th birthday party. Dakota looked visibly uncomfortable, before revealing that she did invite Ellen, who just didn't show up. "Actually no. That's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited," Dakota said. "Last time I was on the show last year, you gave me a bunch of SHT about not inviting you. But I didn't even know you wanted to be invited. I didn't even know you liked me." She embarrassed many of her guests for views. If you haven't seen a pattern already, Ellen doesn't mind putting her guests on the spot to bring in views. In addition to her interviews with Mariah Carey and Dakota Johnson, she's embarrassed plenty of other celebrities on her show. For example, in 2007, Ellen made waves for questioning Celine Dion on why her son's hair is long. The My Heart Will Go On singer pushed back by asking Ellen what the problem is and if it's her business. More recently, in 2015, she showed nude photos of Justin Bieber, with sensitive areas blurred, on her show, and proceeded to question the singer on what he was doing and who he was with. There are plenty other examples of the talk show host being inappropriate with guests. She made controversial comments about COVID. The whole world was in quarantine for most of 2020, but some people's accommodations were better than others. So, after comparing having to quarantine as like being in jail that April, Ellen came under fire on social media. Fans accused the host of being out of touch and offensive, given the seriousness of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ellen has had a lot of eyebrow-raising moments in her career, but do you think she deserves to be officially cancelled?